Yes. My cousin's daughter asked me the other day. She was like, so.
Yo, what up, good fam? You're now tuned into the
Be Heard podcast.
A new platform for free thought, real exchange, and positive change, branded together,
all to empower you. Because you know, over here, to be real and to be felt, you must first
be heard. I'm Hype Wong.
I'm Dom Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We here. We in the building.
And we have a friend.
Yo.
I'm back.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Yo.
Hey. I'm not a rapper, but I can rhyme
So dumb.
on time.
So dumb. Kenneth, Coleman. That's all. That's the only
He's the
bars.
showman.
That's the only bars Dom got.
That's
all we
about
got.
as far
I'm
as
happy for those bars though.
I should go.
It was good enough bars.
This is it.
You're
That's
welcome.
It. That is
The
it.
crowd was lit.
The
Thank
crowd
you.
was lit. It was live. Kenneth, man, you back, man.
Thank you for bringing me back on.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, man.
How have you been since the last time?
I've been great. Honestly, the last show kind of brought my page and brought my status to another level.
Ooh.
So I mean,
Heard.
just the quality
heard.
of the podcast, and you know, a lot of people in this area is not doing things to that level. So
Come
I
on.
appreciate it.
Be heard,
We
man.
appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me be heard.
Yes.
Oh,
Anyone,
man.
listen, if you too would like to be heard,
Hey.
you can email us.
Hey.
You can DM us. But right now, it's Coleman's time.
Hey, for sure. I like that, Dom.
Yeah. We'll give you the information a little later. Just
Yeah.
hang on.
Indeed.
Just hang on.
That's what's up, man. I'm proud of you, man. How much is you? What was your numbers? You said you grew like 500 followers, like something crazy.
It's something close to that, about 500 followers right now. Just, you know, and that's, you know, posting the clips of the show.
Yeah.
I stretched it out. Like,
Yeah.
You did.
content, hey, listen,
You did.
I'm gonna make sure that
You did.
the videos get stretched out. I cut it up, did everything. So
That's
I'll make
what's
sure
up.
that if you like what you saw, go
Yeah.
to the page and see the rest of the podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure,
you
man.
look, you did more editing than I ever do. So salute to you, my
And
brother.
He killed it too.
He definitely did.
It's officially the #1 trending episode of Be Heard.
So, I will say, I had a lot of friends with a lot of comments about that topic. I got a lot of DMs from what we discussed.
Hey, DMs.
So let's kind of recap what we talked about, Mr. Alpha Male.
Okay.
So your perspective, if I remember correct now, you just feel free, fill in the gaps.
Got you.
So we talked about alpha male last time you were here, and your perspective was, you are the head, or alpha, the male is the head, and the woman is the neck. Correct. Yes, and we help with the swivel and the guidance,
Swivel it up.
but we cannot be the leader.
Swivel it up.
Not 100%.
Okay.
Not 100%.
Okay.
It's
Fill it in.
Well, I also said that on the podcast that it was a misconception of how important the neck is. Everybody always focus on the head, but never pay attention to the neck. The neck, which controls the whole body.
Yes.
Yeah, the head might say, "Okay, final say," or "This is my decision," or something like that. But the neck gets you there. The
Okay.
neck, you know, it's a very important. The body doesn't move. We don't move unless the neck help us move.
For sure.
And that is the most important factor.
For
of
sure.
this. So you have to find that neck.
Okay.
Pause.
You gotta find the neck.
You got to.
Okay,
You got
so
to.
we didn't have a whole lot of time to dig
That
into.
was a good response.
I mean, but that was his. That's exactly what he said.
I mean, but man to man, that
It
was
was
a
like,
good,
okay, all
you know,
right.
It was
all
like,
right.
He
So
he ain't do too much. He ain't do
listen,
too little.
next time we're
I'm
gonna have
just-
another lady here.
That's
for
okay.
me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's fair enough.
Who
That's
want to
fair
join
enough.
me?
That's fair enough.
Send me a message.
Build your army.
Send me a message.
Build your
okay?
army because we built. We good. We good. Alpha over here still.
Okay. All right. Moving on. So since we're talking about alpha still, we didn't get a chance to really dig in to the alpha woman.
Right.
And now that we live in a country, hello,
Okay.
we got a black woman at the top.
Yes.
Okay. Kamala Harris.
Come on.
Alpha woman. I'm going to give her the alpha woman status.
That's what she deserves.
As rightfully so.
That's what she deserves.
Because, I mean, I like to think of myself as alpha woman. We talked about that as well in the last episode. I think that I am an alpha woman. And I think that...
You definitely are. You definitely are. The shirt is representing that. The sweatshirt is representing that. Do y'all see that?
Get into my good vibes.
Man.
Make sure you get the good angle.
Alpha, we good.
Yeah.
Get the good
so,
angle.
I mean,
for
I
sure.
think that women can be alphas, and our country has proven it to be so.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, we had Hillary. She had her chance,
Hillary was
and she
definitely
didn't
alpha.
make it.
She definitely was alpha. She
She
won
didn't
by
make
3
it.
million votes. Shout out to Terry and the statistician out there.
She did. She did. However, it took a black woman to really get in there. So,
I can agree with that. She definitely got Biden over the hump. If it wasn't for her and her views, it swayed a lot of people.
Which is why my view is, why can't, if we already know that it does take a black woman to really, roll up the sleeves and really fix it.
Yeah.
And get it done.
Yeah.
Because black women get it
we've
done.
been getting it done for years.
Of
course.
Why can't the woman be alpha? We gonna get back to that. We gonna touch that. That's just where
I think
I'm
that
at
she.
with it. We gonna let
But
we
see,
gonna
but
let we
no,
gonna let Don.
let him say why he thinks not.
Okay.
Well, okay, so
But you get what I'm
hopefully,
saying, though, right?
I understand what
All
both
right,
of y'all
go
are saying.
ahead. Go ahead.
And I do believe they are alpha women. But I also said in the last episode, I believe that two alphas cannot be together.
You did say that.
Now, let's just say this.
Okay.
I say that for a reason, because when two alphas get together, somebody's going to be submissive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's going to take the backseat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now-
okay.
Not all relationships is alpha man,
Yeah.
then the woman.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's alpha woman, beta,
Beta
man.
male.
Okay. I always forget about the beta.
You always forget about the beta, but
I
you know
do.
what everybody else forgets about? Omega. And it's
We can
funny.
count on you to drop a bomb,
And
okay?
it's funny, after the last episode, I did some research.
Okay. What did you find?
I started to realize
Omega.
that Omega, I lean towards that path a little bit more.
Damn.
Enlighten the people and me.
Mainly because
Hey, Brax, get you an Omega. Melissa,
I'm sorry.
get you an Omega.
fourth wall being broken.
We going Omega over here. We going Omega level.
Well,
We going Omega level.
I always say, because I
But
just
isn't
look-
Omega good?
Listen. I started
I'm gonna let Coleman
I
break it
started
down.
doing some research, and honestly, the alpha is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay.
Because you might
Okay.
have one woman
Okay.
that has this idea of an alpha, and you come at that woman with all those standards, and the next woman look at you like, nah, that's not what an alpha is. It all depends on.
It changes.
It changes. So at the end of the day, you just have to be you. You just have to be you, and that's why I say I fall under this Omega thing. Is really walking to the beat of your own drum.
That's real.
Yes.
Walk to the beat. I don't have to be a leader. I don't have to be a leader all the time, but you know I'm in charge.
Coleman, this is you. Listen, you didn't say this last time.
Am
You know
I
what
an
I'm saying?
Omega?
And it's not even being in charge. Sometimes I have to take the seat back. I'll let you be in charge.
Brought to am I an
Yes,
Omega?
and I said that the last episode. Sometimes you're in charge, and sometimes I'm in
But
charge.
my main thing is to walk to the beat of your own drum.
Yes.
Omega.
I don't crave like. Yes, I have this Mr. Coleman thing, and yes, that's my brand. That's
For
my
sure,
name, and I
for
use
sure.
that to my platform to speak my thoughts.
For sure.
But I don't need all that extra attention. I don't have to be rah rah.
You don't.
I don't have to be all that. I feel like my foot could be placed down,
Yeah.
or my mind could be respected
Yeah.
without me have to do all that extra stuff.
There you go.
And I feel like there's a misconception, there's a cloud of judgment on what alpha is right now, because a lot of guys, a lot of females think one thing about alpha, and it's really not that. And so I'm like, why play these games with what is what and what I just do me.
Just that's what I was going to say. Just be you. If you're you and your partner is who they are, it doesn't matter. Sometimes everyone has a different strength, right? We may not be strong the same way, right? Like just in speaking of the podcast. Your strength is like you set it all up, boom, bam, you got all the equipment together. You get the locations and everything. And I come in with the content.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
That joint that I said that day in the basement, man, it was the perfect.
We still can't figure out it's recorded.
Okay.
But it's like long.
It's long. I gotta
you gotta
find
listen
it.
to hours of.
It was the perfect definition of that. But yes, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So the same it's the same thing in a relationship.
Absolutely.
You can come with the plan and the equipment and the people, right? And the organization.
Absolutely.
And your partner can come with the content.
That's true.
They can come with what it's kind of like if you think of it as an outline, right? You know, I'm a writer. Think of it as an outline.
Tap in.
You have your main points and you have your sub points.
Correct.
Somebody got to be the main points. Somebody got to be the sub points.
And so, by you saying that, everything that I said on the podcast, I don't back down from it. I still believe what I said. It's just that
you have
it's just another level to it.
But that's how it's supposed to be. Like your perspective has grown even since that last show, even since the last podcast.
But that's the point of being a human being.
Absolutely.
And a good person. You got to grow and evolve.
He's the
and
example.
If you don't,
he's the example.
Like I wouldn't say it would be a bad thing if you came in and you're like, I'm sticking to my guns. This is what it is. I'm not changing my mind. I wouldn't see that as like, oh, you're just a trifling guy. Like I wouldn't say it like that. I'm saying I would think of it as, okay, he's not open-minded. He's not open to change. But that's okay. He'll get there.
It's called soul searching.
It is.
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
Research yourself sometimes.
For sure.
Yes.
Quarantine is the perfect time for that. I know I did a lot of it.
Hello. So here's the thing. In quarantine.
I'm gonna squeeze this lemon.
And I don't even like saying quarantine anymore because half of y'all ain't quarantining. If we just want to keep it real.
I call it the halfway house.
Exactly. Like you can leave from this time to this time.
Shout out to the safe space.
You go out and do what you want to do.
Because we just being safe over here.
Get home by 9.
I don't know what y'all doing, but we being safe
Most
over
of y'all's
here.
out and about in the streets.
Y'all wildin'. But we being safe over here.
But in this time, people have had a lot of space to reflect. And we want to talk about creating content, which is what I bring to the table for our partnership. You also create content. And you've had a lot of time to sit and think about that. So how has this time either helped you or helped you see that the Black content creators are important?
Well, the most important thing is
great question.
When quarantine started, my goal was to already have my Mr. Coleman page set up. Quick plug at _Mr. Coleman. IG.
Bye. He got a little poet rap thing going on. Y'all need to check it out. I just want to say, it's good.
For sure. But I've been running a page for about a year and a half before the quarantine.
Okay.
And when it happened, it made me analyze what I'm doing. And try to do better. Like the quarantine, with everybody sitting still, you was either going to get lazy or you was going to grow and evolve. And I figured, what can I do to make this better? What can I do to make this process? I done bought a new laptop, new software equipment. I tried shooting different shots in different places, doing podcasts. It's like y'all.
For sure.
Radio appearances and stuff like that. And it made me try to be a better me and try to push forward. And by doing that, we're like on the back end of this quarantine, aka probation, aka halfway house.
Pandemonium.
It kind of springboarded me to be ready for this year that we have approaching us. You know what I'm saying? Not approaching us, that we are in right now. And hopefully a lot of other content creators have done the same. We're starting to see a large number of podcasters
Yeah.
A large number of social media influencers, life coaches, life coaches. Wow, ring the bell. Wrong. Life coach.
It's a drink. Blame it on the drink.
Blame it on the alcohol. But more life coaches, and it just it shows that the world has something to say.
Yeah.
We all have something to say, and it's just we have to find the proper ways and the proper protocols and things to do to make sure that we can get what we got to say.
For sure.
Put out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But is there a space for everybody?
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Because that's what I wrestle with, right?
Yes and
you
no.
got people who are creating content and putting things out there that I think sometimes need to be not out there. They need to not to pigeonhole anybody or
No, it's not.
or say anything negative
It's
about what
not.
people are doing, but sometimes you really need to think, like you and I sat down and we thought through this thing before we sat behind a mic and just started talking.
Yeah.
We sat down and we came up with a plan.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people, or not a lot, some people don't do that.
No, a lot of people don't.
And they just get on their Instagram and they start putting stuff out there, and it's craziness.
We hate to be that real with it, but it's that true. Like it's I follow you, Dom.
I have a question for the table though. When y'all sat down with that plan, because I think a lot of people that's probably gonna watch this, can relate to some of y'all stories. When y'all was in the process of starting off, we can go around. Everybody can express their story.
Round table.
What was the most difficult thing for you to get jump started by doing a podcast or starting this podcast?
Everything. Getting finding a location, getting equipment.
Shout out to tryboxedup.com.
Yes.
About to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fire.
Yeah.
Boxed up.
Boxedup.com.
Listen, they got something right now.
Yeah.
I saw it. I don't know if I was on their page. I don't know where I saw it anyway.
It probably came on the feed, on the timeline.
It had to. So just for your Zoom meetings, if you want to blur out the background in your house, they got something for you.
Yes. Donald Boone.
That sound
out,
like an
man.
ad. It's not an ad.
It is an ad. It fucking is an ad.
If they help y'all,
this is a mid-roll. This is a mid-roll.
I'm like, it sound like an ad right now.
Yes, this is it.
Trust me, somebody's watching this and they like this.
Yes, boxed up. They black owned,
everything.
HBCU graduate,
A&T graduate.
Yes, doing a damn thing, y'all.
And making his own way, like and killing it.
Yeah. We were in the middle, so we had a good thing going, right? And shout out to Earl and Lee, 3 to Podway. They helped us out in the beginning.
Indeed,
and we were working from the basement.
Yeah.
It didn't look like the basement, but it was legit the basement.
Yeah.
And we had it together. But then the pandemic hit right in the middle of our kind of, we were in a really good groove. Yeah.
In our rhythm,
Yeah, so we took it to Zoom. And we had to navigate that. Like, it took us a lot of nights on the phone, like trying to figure out.
Shout out to Theo, helping out with the Zoom, being on a couple episodes.
This is not an easy thing.
It's not easy. So then we, we're going to take it to Zoom for a couple months and see what we can do.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, this is not going to work.
And that's basically,
We got to do something else because Zoom,
no offense to you if you on Zoom, it's just, it wasn't our thing.
It didn't work for us.
It didn't work for us.
Because we're people-y people.
People-y people.
But you know
we
what,
are.
though?
That's exactly why.
There's a lot of podcasters that are doing remote access, right?
Yeah.
And the most difficult thing I find out about remote access, because I was on another radio show. Shout out to Real Talk Uncensored.
Hey.
Plug.
Hey, y'all.
But we did a couple of remote shows, and it's just the energy is not there.
Yeah.
The energy, like we can talk about something on the on the Zoom, and something could be going on in the back, and all that. It just your attention and your focus is not there.
Right.
It's not organic.
It's
Conversations is not organic.
not.
So
And you have to pause. Like, I have to let you talk and then wait.
Yes.
And then I have to talk and then wait. You can't have a normal conversation because of the delay.
Exactly.
Because we were trying to talk and it'd be like, no, you go. No, you go. Oh.
and then the sound. I'm getting real technical here. The sound channeling that goes on inside of Zoom, like it automatically, if someone speaks up while you're talking, like it'll move that person's sound channel up, so it'll sound like a jumble,
You
so
see?
you can hear
That's
it.
how
and stuff, like.
he's in charge of that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Look, it's just a little bit of sound engineering. I look. You know what? Okay, let's really do it from that perspective. I'll jump in. I've been being really shy. Just
Yeah, you don't want to say your piece. Talk about what you do.
I'm being humble about the
No.
whole thing. So
No, what was your most difficult thing starting off?
I do agree with Dom. Like she said, everything was the hardest part, but I think the most difficult thing was actually just starting. Believing that what I want to put out there is something that people want to hear.
He was very nervous.
Okay.
You were so nervous that it like shocked me. I didn't know. Like, and first of all, this was your idea, and you came to me with it
since 2012.
right?
Wow.
And he was so nervous. Like, literally, we had notebooks full of information.
Yeah.
Like, we had scripts.
Yeah.
We had topics. Like, we would write out for the entire season.
Yeah.
These are the things we're going to talk about, and we're not going to deviate from that.
Yeah.
To now, where I've been using this notebook for this whole season, and I've only used like 8 pages.
Boom.
So it's like now we come
that's
in.
season 2? That's
yeah,
season 2?
yeah. And we would literally talk on the phone, or we would meet up at the bar. This is what we're gonna talk about.
Oh, we went to Po' Boy Jim's?
Yes.
That's why I was gonna make that our first location.
Yes, wasn't that great?
It was.
And we had drinks.
Yeah, but Po' Boy Jim's didn't have a background for poor choices, and that's why I was like, we can't do Po' Boy Jim's. And it's like, that's how I wanted to go back just for that, because that was our first meeting.
Yeah, we had and now it's like we come together, we talk about what are you feeling today? Like, what are you feeling this week? And that's how we get our content now.
Yes.
He'll tell me what he's thinking, and I'll sit for a minute. And I just like we did before, and I was all right, cool. Let me jot down some stuff, and I'll write out what my ideas are, bring it to him, and then we have the conversation.
Yeah.
But he can spin it when we get to the technical,
Kabow.
the mics, the levels.
That's the technical joint.
I don't know nothing.
Keep the technical man keep him on standby.
I don't know nothing
Put me
about
in front
none
of
of
the
that.
microphone. You just make sure my microphone works.
That's it.
But
Give me a drink and make sure the mic is on. Hello.
And that's the funniest part about the whole content creation thing, because like, I'm already confident in myself as a IT professional and engineer. So it's like, all right, cool. I know I can, if it needs to look good or sound good, I can get that part going.
Yeah.
But do I believe in my voice enough to be heard? Like, if this is gonna be the thing, I need to believe in it for myself. I need to ingest that, believe in it, and push that forward for my own self first before I even come to the table with, hey, Boone, we need equipment. Hey, Bratu, I need a camera work. Hey, Dom, this is what we gonna do. Hey, Theo, we need merch. You know what I mean? Like, I needed to believe in that for myself. So that's why I say the first thing that really was the most difficult thing as being the content creator now, which is crazy. It was just believing that I could like actually do it. And then of course you have your support. Dom was a big help, but like Dom said, Dom was on board a whole year. She was waiting a whole year. Like, I think, what was it, like New Year's Eve or something like that? Where we were just talking about it, just randomly, like, yeah, we should just do a pod, because it's in her field. Right. It's involved in her degree and stuff like that. It's there. Okay. All the pieces were there, but I just had the last piece of just adding like the belief aspect of like hype. Can you really like? You could pull this off, you can do it, but do you believe what you're about to pull off? And then it really took a conversation with Earl at where were we at? Stan's, and he was like, he didn't even ask a question. He was like, I'm bringing you in. This is the setup. This is where it's at, because you at least just need to start. I know you scared, because I'm scared too. Let's just be scared together. So, and here we are. But from there it breeded everything else. We poor choices, safe space. Got a whole new element and vibe to it. But
Yeah.
it's just literally stemming off of that belief right there. It's
Yeah,
like,
but they say you gotta operate in fear.
Yeah.
Nobody who's doing any content
Yeah.
or any entrepreneur is not operating
It's not.
afraid.
You
Can't be.
took the words out of my mouth. I
Yeah.
was ready to say it as soon as it was done. Because
Yeah. It's
that
true.
thing, the thing about being an entrepreneur, and you can say a content creator,
Yeah.
you're going to have to step into a situation where you're unfamiliar with and you're
For sure.
uncomfortable with.
For
And
sure.
that was his problem was the same thing as my problem. I used to be a rapper and poet. No, I was a rapper at first. You know, we used to rap back
That's
in
what
high
I'm
school.
saying. Like freestyling at the table.
Freestyling at the table and all that, right? And I got to a
Dog.
Banging on the table,
Banging
getting
on the
everybody.
table.
hitting the beat, like doing all the joints.
I had some bars, but I got to a point where, honestly, I was like, man, it's just too many people that want to be rappers out here. I'm not feeling it anymore.
True.
And then I started doing poetry, spoken word poetry, and it got to the point I was doing that for a while, and it got to the point I got writer's block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Wow.
a serious writer's block, and I couldn't create no content. But I
Yeah.
had so much I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But I was scared. Like,
Yeah.
I
And that was
scared.
the block. You
That
were
was-
afraid.
that was.
I was afraid to just to get in front of a camera and say what I had to say, and it took a person that I was talking to at the time and one of my best friends. They was like, man, you just need to go ahead and just get this done. Just create the page, get in front of the camera, and just say what you got to say.
Yeah.
People will listen.
For
I was
sure.
like, you sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
And then it took me one day to I said, all right, forget it. I'm just going to do it. And
See what happened.
I sat in the car, put the camera up on the
Yeah.
car,
Yeah.
and I just said whatever that was on my mind. That was
Yeah.
just pissing me off at
That's
the time.
major. That's major.
And
That's major.
since that day, I'm here now.
Look at you.
See?
So
And it's not that bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you come out of that space of fear,
Yeah.
everything just kind of aligns and works together.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But when we think about, like, this is, to be honest, this is like easy for me. Like, I trained to do this kind of thing. I went to school for it. I'm not afraid to speak in front of people and to speak my mind and
this
things like
is why
that.
you here.
What my fear, but I do have a fear though.
Okay.
My fear comes in, like, I have a blog, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend.
okay.
I have a blog and I write. And as a writer, I am terrified to write. Like, deathly afraid.
Which is crazy.
And I
is
don't
crazy.
know. I've been trying to toil with, is the fear coming from, like, nobody wants to read with you, right? Like,
yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
You've been writing. I've been writing since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Like, it's not deep. Like, I've been writing for my entire life.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to put what I write out to people.
I have a
Which is your God-given talent, because she's so good.
but that's
But I don't think I think it's just like regular.
That's
I don't think
everybody though.
But
I think
it's self-scrutiny. I'm sorry, Coleman. It's just self-scrutiny, because it goes back to you too. It's just self-scrutiny. The stuff that you're most natural and able and capable of doing, which is basically your God-given gift.
we talk our way out of it. We
You-
talk our
you
way
do.
out of doing what we
You
naturally
do.
I look back and I was
Why?
I rapped in high school, right?
Yes.
I was always rapping in front of a large crowd in high school.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to talk in front of people. I did network marketing. I presented network marketing in front of groups of people, of business owners and people that wanted to start a business. But I'm afraid to talk in front of
I
people.
think that is the craziest thing.
Like
You're right.
I've been training myself to do these things,
Yeah.
but we always, as people in general,
Yeah.
we always talk ourselves out of what we're destined to do
Mm.
because of that main thing, fear.
Hold on. Dude, you are hitting the nail on the head, because that, to me, right, is the reason why it's important.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate it. You're gonna definitely get an 18% gratuity. That
We be having too much fun.
Oh,
in
man,
Bus
make it
Boys.
20. Make it
Shout
20.
Out, shout out to Bus
Make it
Boys.
20.
Shout out to Bus Boys. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Martin.
Yeah,
Thank
Bus
you for the
Boys is
hospitality, man.
Booming.
Yeah,
Dope.
shout out to the
Dope.
vibe, yo. But back to what my point. That's the thing. What it is for me, it's like it is a space for everybody to content create, right?
Yeah.
Like, trust, there's enough platforms, social media platforms to go around for everybody everywhere, right? However, do you have that thing? Do you have that ability? Do you have that sauce that everybody wants to take a piece of? You know
Do you think that if you're not afraid, then you don't have it?
I feel
Is being afraid a part of you knowing that you have it?
Yes, it has to be, because you're putting yourself under that self-scrutiny. You're putting yourself there. This dude literally just said, I've been doing this since before high school. You know what I'm saying? And it was a thing. Like, I remember getting my freaking sugar cookie and going over with my hoodie to the freestyle table.
Not to the freestyle table on the cat.
And it's cracking, bruh. It's cracking. I'm taking my tunk money that I just got from second period.
Wait a minute. Y'all was gambling that school?
Oh, yeah, we was gambling.
Dubai was lit.
I'm sorry. Did you learn?
I'm taking my tunk money that I just got from Miss Jefferson's math class.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm taking that $3 and I'm buying me some extra treats. The next honey bun down at the
You're not at the snack line.
No, we
You
lit.
ain't hitting the snack line, you hitting the vending machine.
Because if I'm a freestyle, I need some sugar. All right. and this dude got some bars, so I gotta be right. That's what I'm saying. That's God given. He's already been in that faction, and he was second guessing himself. Imagine that. Dom, your pen game is dumb. Your pen game so crazy.
Oh, give her flowers. Keep going. Give her flowers.
I think it's just okay.
Her pen game so crazy. She's published in news articles that you read every day. Like, yo, like what? Like,
you're destined.
But in automatically writing a book for herself just off of the dome, writing a book, reorganizing character development off of the dome. And she's second guessing herself. That's God-given talent that we're second guessing, because you're putting yourself under that scrutiny.
It's human nature, unfortunately. That process of training is implanted in our brain.
It
is. But do you think that it's like, I don't know if this is okay to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
We done said a lot.
Do you think it's just because we're black people that we feel like that? Do you think white people feel like that?
We are gifted. We are melanin, and I believe you're right. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
I'm just like, because I question, because I watch a lot of, like we were talking about earlier offset about the lady who wrote the Bridgerton series.
Okay,
like,
let's go there.
Bridgerton on Netflix. Yeah. Those are books.
Yeah.
That Shonda Rhimes just happened to find.
She's a content
randomly creator. On vacation. Content creator.
One of the baddest.
The best.
One of the best.
In the land. You hear me? Shonda Land. Hello.
Yo.
She happened to come across this book that was written years ago.
Yeah.
By a white woman.
Yeah.
It's a series. Do we feel like this white lady had the same fear that we have to create content?
No. But I'm gonna let you go.
No, speak your piece.
No, let.
I feel we all have fear. As human beings, we all have fear.
We sure do.
But I think in the black community, our fear is a little bit more high because of all the obstacles that's been placed in front of us.
He's saying it.
They are programmed for us to, things out here are programmed for us to second guess ourselves. We second guess everything because everything has always been against us. Like, I mean, for example, the vaccine we taking.
Who taking it? I ain't taking it.
And what's the number one thing we saying in the black community?
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah.
And unfortunately, something's supposed to be for us. That is technically supposed to help us, right?
Yeah. Right.
But we have history. It's history of us taking things.
It's true.
And that it's processed to destroy the black community.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it's also not accessible, really, to the black community.
That's a whole nother thing.
It's accessible.
We are being used as guinea pigs.
No, they're not.
It's accessible to black professionals. Yeah, like I've been able to get it all of January if I wanted to.
But
I work in a white district.
How they're like distributing it in like community centers and stuff like that, like around the world in different counties and stuff like that. They're missing black
Like,
community,
like it's not gonna come here where we are in
communities.
Southeast.
Yeah,
They ain't coming over here to Berry Farms
but
to drop the vaccine
But they
off.
already have. But they already
You
have
have to make your way
vaccine.
to
But they already
Northwest.
have vaccine stations.
Right.
But they already have vaccine stations in Southwest.
Well,
That's
before the vaccines was even available,
That's
guess who
crazy.
they wanted first to test the vaccines on?
Ooh,
We was the guinea pigs.
yeah. Oh yeah. When the report came out that the dude's arm fell off. Yeah, that was
Oh.
wild. Oh yeah, there was a whole thing.
But to
during
get back to topic,
Yeah.
we second guess ourselves with so many obstacles that's always been
Yeah.
placed in front of us.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be a gift and it could be a curse. Sometimes
Right.
it can sway us away from something that
Yeah.
not good for us.
For sure.
But it also can sway us away from something that can make us great.
Yeah.
And some people, has that mental discipline to
Yeah.
get past that, and they move past those fears,
Yeah.
and they get to this success that we all are destined to achieve.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's why I said what I said with the whole we're melanated. I'm gonna just leave it at that because it's whether you want to call it black girl magic, whether you want to just call it, black dudes with the sauce or whatever you want to say about it.
Not black dudes with the sauce.
Prego.
Because we saw
Shout out to Prego.
Prego. You see us. Okay? We out here. We can get real technical with it on some real shit. Back to Bridgerton.
Yeah.
My girl Shonda on a double.
But people keep thinking. So this is the effect, the Shonda effect. We think it's her show that she created. It's not.
But no. But
It's just her production company.
Absolutely.
She has a vision.
But that's the point that I want to hit as a black content creator, right? Shonda Rhimes, big deal with ABC,
Yeah.
has it locked in, all good to go, right? It's fucking ABC. Time Warner, like the whole structure. It's only 6 big media companies, and she had ABC locked in. That's a done deal. She got disrespected one time.
Deuces.
One time.
That's when you know
from
your
not
worth.
being able to bring her family to Disney World because they made her pay for a ticket. I'm fucking Shonda
In
Rhimes.
media, I think that's the one time, but realistically, I think
it was
that
behind
was
the
the last
scenes.
straw.
Yeah, that was the last straw.
Yeah.
She took her fucking talents to Netflix and literally made
Netflix
out
is
of-
the shit.
out of the white woman's book.
Yeah.
Literally made the #1 show that Netflix has ever had of all time. It might not be her writing.
Don't play with that girl. Play with your kids.
It might not be her writing. It might not be her writing,
Right.
but it's her vision. It's her content. It's her imagination that made that shit happen.
Yeah.
That is black content. That is what we are gifted at doing. And I believe that. That's why I say we're different. We are different.
But there's always a negative side to.
Okay.
Well, and this is my negative side.
This is why I love you. Come on.
What, like the June Bug challenge? Is that the negative side?
No.
Trying to get
Actually,
started.
I follow the guy that started the Junebug Challenge, and I started following him 4 years ago. And his content, and I'm proud and glad that he has reached the level of success.
So you was watching him in Callie on Fox?
I was watching him and Callie on Fox and everything. And, but this is the thing though, like in the story that y'all was telling about, it was called Bridgerton.
Yeah,
Right.
Bridgerton.
I haven't seen the show yet, but I will see it because
I haven't seen it either.
Check it out.
I definitely will. But we talked about the backstory of that. Somebody had to have vision of, to get that book, see, wow, this could be a great show. Let me see what I can do with this.
Yeah.
Let me translate that over to us being content creators, and we post a lot of our stuff on social media.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a problem that we have with us in social media. I think in certain avenues, we don't support one another enough.
Come on.
On social media, we are one share away to going viral and getting 500,000.
Yes.
For sure.
We talk about this all the time with the poor choices, girl.
You're one share away.
Yeah.
And you think about the people that follow. You think about how many people that say, "I love your content.
Yeah.
I love your content." Where's your shares? Share for me.
Yeah.
You might have that one person on your timeline. You might not think this is great, but out of support, you share my video.
Yeah.
And that person might think it's phenomenal.
And they
Let
share
me
it.
contact them so I can get them on a network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen. There's another guy, the guy that Kier that we went to school with.
Yeah. Yo, he's huge.
He's huge.
Freaking like 20,000 followers.
I followed him.
20,000 followers.
I followed him when his page was. I ain't gonna say it's low key because he's always been banging.
Yeah.
Jill Scott. Somehow, some way, his video got across Jill Scott. She shared it. His whole page is taking off.
Wow.
And
congrats, man.
Yeah,
congrats.
Man. Shout out. Duval
PG,
Tigers.
PGCPS, we create the best.
Duval Tigers, we here. Roar.
He just created a video. He just quit his job. He's strictly 100%.
Do Tigers roar?
Content creator.
Content.
And I want everybody that's watching this video, if you are a family member, a friend.
Do Tigers roar?
What?
Sorry. Yeah, but if you
continue, friend. You like what?
Do they roar? But everybody that's watching this and they support, if y'all support them or you support me, and if you see something that you like, hit that share button.
Hit that joint.
It's so
easy.
Powerful. You know how many
easy.
Negative, bad things we share? People getting killed, fights, people just doing stupid stuff on social media. It gets 3.5 million views.
Ridiculous.
When somebody's actually speaking knowledge,
and
somebody's
he's spitting whole knowledge.
Share
it. That's how you help a person that's creating content for online. A person that's creating content for online. The way to show them love is not telling me that you like my work is always great. The 100% best thing you can do is hit that share button.
That's it.
That is it. And I think a lot of people
and
don't
save
know
it
that.
too. Save it now.
Share, save it.
Yeah.
Give me a shout out. Something.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Bookmark. Yeah.
Whatever you do, I'm gonna do it back for you. Yeah. Like once we get to this, once you're in this field and you realize how important the share is, you know how to support other people's businesses.
Yeah.
We learn to how to scratch my back. Okay, I'll scratch your back.
Yeah.
We try to build through that, and it's unfortunately, crabs in the barrel. We live in a society, especially the black community. We live in a society where we're always in competition when there's so much room for us to grow and just build with one another.
I think that is the most important thing, because whether we want to believe it or not, or ingest it or not, our starting line is nothing compared to where our counterparts in other races are at. So we have to literally build each other up by investing in each other. Just with a like or a share or a repost. It literally costs nothing.
Or just leaving, instead of you texting me on the side or calling me to tell me how much you like it, leave it in the comments.
That's it.
And I can respond to that.
It builds.
It's about, there's an algorithm to it.
Yeah.
And social media, as y'all know, you're like, it's listening to me.
Yeah.
I was talking about carpet stuff, and then carpet stuff showed up on my feed.
Right.
Well, yes,
so,
it listens to you.
Right.
Leave the comment.
Yes.
And I will respond, and then that's another avenue for them to say, oh, you're interacting with people who like what you put out.
Absolutely.
And that comment is going to bump that post back up the timeline.
There you go.
I talk so much with Melissa of Poor Choices, Mel, and it's like the whole thing that we're trying to do. I even talk about it with Bratu, Brother Bratu, and it's like the whole key of it, the game to being a content creator, you're trying to crack the code of the algorithm.
Yes,
all day long. But what Dom just said is so important. If the phone is picking up that if we're talking about Chinese food and I'm trying to get some General Tso, you know what I'm saying? And you scroll your timeline and you see Kenny's pop up automatically because your phone is listening to you, why don't you have that conversation about your fellow creator, your fellow black creator? Let that be what comes across on your ads and timeline.
I think it's just because we don't know how important it is for us to be seen.
Yeah.
For us to be seen and be heard.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, pun intended. Pun intended.
You have to interact with us, and you have to say things. Like you'll call me or you'll text me randomly in the middle of the day. Yo, so many people like our episode. I'm like, well, how you know? Cause I didn't see that.
Because I could see the technical part.
Exactly.
Right.
You could see the tech part, but you also had people coming to you on the side.
Shout out to Apple Podcasts. We apparently are ranked 141.
Yeah,
well, we
141.
we dropped to 181 because we didn't drop last week because
who knew we were even ranked?
But we didn't even know we were ranked for the beginning of the year.
Listen, it's thousands and thousands of podcasts.
So many, and we were ranked 200. We were ranked in the top 200.
Who knew? He sent it to me. I
That
was
is an
like,
achievement.
what is this?
That's crazy.
That's an achievement.
Yo, it's
What
pretty.
are we looking
It's
at
pretty
here?
dope, but for me, it's like it's on. Not even to say like, oh, cliche. It's only the beginning, but but real talk, like
It's a
It
stepping
is.
stone.
It's a stepping
I
stone.
literally
It's only
just
the
posted
beginning.
today
Because
while
that's
we've been
that's
here.
without the support and the shares like that, with
I
out
posted
loud.
today while we've been here.
Yeah.
D Nice
saw it.
posted the Super Bowl.
I saw it, yeah.
I was like, yo, this man is like, is he almost 50? Like he has to be.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
He has to be approaching 50. This is not his first year being a DJ.
Nah,
like
not at
he's
all.
been around since the creation of hip hop.
D Nice been
Like
D
he's
Nice.
been
I was a little kid.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just learning about him. The world is just learning about him. So think about this. Let that sink in for a minute. It took him his entire adult life to get to where he
To where
is,
he's at right
where
now.
his name is plastered
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over the Super
Yeah.
Bowl,
Yeah.
the seats. Like
Yeah.
his name is there
Yeah.
on every row.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
100%.
But if you can just keep going.
Yes, that's the thing.
Believe in what you're putting out there, right? I'm speaking to myself as
Blessings.
Stay organic.
Keep talking.
Yes.
Keep talking.
Stay real.
Keep talking.
well. That's it.
Keep
Stay
talking.
real.
It's
Keep talking.
going to happen for you.
Keep talking.
People will see you, right?
talking.
Like I told Theo, I was trying to type the post, right? And I was like, man,
Yeah.
he's looking at my phone, nosy, looking at my phone. And I'm like, why you all on my phone, dog? He's like, what are you trying to say? I'm like, I got a whole lot to say. I got a lot of like it's a whole essay in my mind right now about this like revelation. Like I had a revelation looking
Look
at
at
what
that.
D Nice posted. And what he said,
That's
like in his
real.
comment, he was like, well, why don't you just say, keep doing it and people will see you? And I was like, damn,
So
that shit is
simple,
smart.
right? So
Like, it's
simple.
so simple.
Because it
It's so
sounds
simple.
It sounds. Shout out to Theo. Yeah. But it sounds so.
This ain't the Cosby's.
It's Winslow. But
That's some real stuff, though.
It
Theo.
is.
Yeah.
That's some
He
real
was
stuff.
like, you trying to type a whole paragraph. Just say, keep working and people will see you. And I was like, God damn. That ain't the
Twitter-
truth.
That is
That-
a Twitter
That ain't
post.
the
That's
truth.
not- Keep working.
And people will see you.
Coleman,
Period.
Theo.
Coleman,
Right.
That is literally the exclamation point to the conversation of like in full circle what Dom was saying in the beginning, because I couldn't start because of that. But the freaking yin to my yang, as I'm overthinking everything and doing this, Dom is like, let's just start. Like, let's just record. Like, you're good, I'm good. Let's
Every
just
time
record.
he would be like, all right, so we're going to practice real quick. I'm like, no, we're not. Like, we're just going to do it.
record.
We're just
You
going to go.
You sound just like the people that helped me start my page. They was like, young, just make the page.
Yes.
We fuck with you.
Yes, just do it. Just
Make
do
the
it.
page. Like, trust me.
Just
trust
start.
us. And
Just
that's-
do it.
I got
Just
that
do
kick
it.
in the ass. And
Just do it. And
Yeah.
I be feeling bad. Another shout out to Poor Choices. I be feeling bad because they weren't afraid. They were already. We're about to do this damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a certain type of person to already have like that freaking, I know I got the sauce and this shit about to be fire. You know what I mean? But back to the respect of people that don't have it, like me, like you, and stuff like that. If you just start it,
Yeah.
that shit.
That's
in
half
a
the battle.
year- In a year, we're in a second location, already talking about having a third.
That is-
Yo, like just start it and it will grow. I had no idea how I wanted to have like guests and stuff like that. You come on the show and trending episode. We just doing it out of the gate, just
Yeah.
organically.
Pervasive Fashion came on. That was our first
Our
YouTube.
first joint.
And it was like 100 people saw it. I
That's
was like,
it.
what in the world?
It was crazy. It's crazy. And now look at them. They're like a whole freaking new adopted brand. Like they have like a whole new rebranding going on. Like if you just start it, it's a bomb thing. Even
gonna
like
grow.
man, we could even talk about Theo. Theo just he saw that he had like an idea for the shirt. And next thing you know,
Hello.
he got
This is one of his creations.
he got the print
Good
press.
stuff.
He got the print press, and next thing you know, he made.
I might need a king shirt. Pretty sure you already got one.
And
already.
he can do it on tap.
He
With
does.
Look, the
He
nod.
does.
The nod is right there. He just next thing you know, he just coined his name, freaking LLC'd up, and just boom, like let's go. Good Vibes Clothing Only got his deals going and stuff like that. All it took was him to just
Sometimes you
start.
gotta say fuck it.
Just start
Do
it.
it.
That's another
Just
Twitter.
do it.
Just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Just say fuck it and do
Do
it.
it.
Just do it. Shout
I'm
out
gonna do a check mark with a middle finger.
for
next
sure,
to it.
yeah.
Just do it.
But I really, I
Now
want
somebody
that. I
gonna
want
steal
that
that.
shirt.
I'm
Somebody
gonna
gonna steal that. Theo, you gotta make that shirt. You gotta make that shirt.
Lord.
You have to make that shirt. You gotta
Check
That's-
mark with the middle
Put
finger.
dash Mr. Coleman on it. I'm
good,
paying for it.
good vibes only exclusive right there. That was we're good. That was dope. That was dope. I need that shirt because I want that shirt. We wearing that shirt.
We gotta make it happen. We gotta make
Hell
it happen.
yeah.
But that is half of it. That is half of the battle right there. Starting, and then the other half is to me has always been being dedicated to it.
Yes,
And
consistency.
That's the follow through.
And the dedication, oh my God, the time of putting it in this. Like, this is my question to y'all. I'm being the host today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on,
I like when they do this. I like when
My
they
question-
put us in the guest seat.
Yes,
I like
I'm
when
with
they do
it.
that.
And we'll make our way back all the way
Let's
back
go,
full
let's go,
circle.
yeah.
But
We
as
gonna-
far
we
as the
gonna run
dedication going to time, how's that affected your personal life?
Ooh.
Relationships, trying to do the things that you want, your 9 to 5, if you got a 9 to 5, your relationships, outside of this, or you're married, your relationships, dating, whatever. Or just trying to do the things that you think is fun that escapes your mind, but you can't because you got to do this. And, like, how did that affect you?
Sundays are locked in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and my family now knows like anything on Sunday now because
a
it's
wrap.
been a year and some like it's
actually only been since August.
right. It's been a minute since we've been doing the Sunday thing.
Wait, no, yeah, because in the basement we had
were-
Sundays.
Sundays.
That's why I kept it Sundays.
Exactly. So
I'm just a bitch for
my
brunch,
family
for
is
real.
just like my cousin literally said the other day. She was like, "Sunday, what you doing Sunday?"
I
And
am, dude.
this
Dom knows I love brunch.
He's
That's
We
a bitch
love
for-
brunch.
He's a bitch for brunch.
I'm
we
a
love
BFB.
brunch. We
BFBs.
love brunch. Listen.
brunch god. Hey.
Listen, brunch is the shit. But no, my family, they know, like, wait, what you doing? Oh, you doing your
you
podcast,
recording.
right? You recording?
Look at that.
They all know. So, like, my phone literally is pretty quiet on Sundays now. It's very strange. Nobody calls.
Yes.
Nobody really texts that much.
At all.
They know, like, nobody's asked me to babysit. It's
Oh.
But was
Love
it
it.
difficult at the beginning though? Like
Yes.
you formed a habit.
Yes.
Everybody
Yes.
learned it.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
at the beginning,
Because-
it's so hard.
It's so hard because you got and this is pre-quarantine, pre-coronavirus.
Hold on, as I say,
Shit was popping.
Let them know that this whole development is during quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had a flow before quarantine, but then
Yeah.
we literally made another flow
Yeah,
during
yeah.
quarantine.
But before,
Yeah.
it was still hard
It
because
was.
you got brunch. We
Yeah,
love brunch. People's
yeah.
birthdays come up.
Yes.
You got family dinners that you want to get to or cookouts.
Yeah.
Like if it's the summer, summer was hard. Summer was hard.
It was.
Summer was
It
hard
was.
because we had to. You had
It
to.
was.
You had to say. We can put a time frame on it, right? We and we would.
Especially as starting out as young as we were. That's why it was hot. It was hot. We were just starting into the new location whole thing. We just was getting into this whole vibe right here. So, we would tell the guests to come at a certain time, but we wouldn't start till a certain time.
We're still doing that.
We're still doing, which is what we're still doing.
It's still not all the way
That's
together.
what I'm saying. Like this thing, it
black.
takes.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
We
you're
black.
good.
We black.
We just take it, but it literally
Just drink and
it
relax.
literally just takes that moment of like dedication to it
Yeah.
of where you're like really like if we're going to build it, regardless if they come, I'm building it.
Yeah,
You have
and
to
you
listen.
you just gotta know. You gotta believe in what you're putting out, right?
That's it.
Because
Yep,
I
back
can
to my
say,
point.
I
Yep.
can say, somebody will say to me, "Well, like, how did it go this Sunday?" I'm like, I don't even know what we talked about actually.
Right.
But we did something. Like
Yeah.
something's gonna get put out.
And then we listen to the episode and it's
And-
fire.
Yeah, like damn, that was actually really good. You know, you get home, you're like, I don't know what happened,
Yeah.
but I've been out all day. It's literally an all day thing. So
Yeah.
I think that before we try to section it off, like we're gonna do this from this time to this time on a Sunday, and then you have the rest of your day to yourself.
Yeah.
And that's really not how it is.
Nah,
It's legit.
it's not.
When the time that I get to wherever our location is, I'm there for the day.
Yeah.
And
That's
my Sunday
That's
is done.
it.
Like, and I also had to, and you tried to level with me for a while. Like, you tried to give me the leeway for a minute with church on Sundays.
Oh, yeah. Before COVID.
Right,
Yes,
before COVID,
yes,
like
yes.
church is important to
Yes,
us. Theo and I go to
yeah.
church every Sunday together.
Yeah.
It's like our thing.
Right.
It's a big routine for us. So he would be like, well, whenever you finish with church, just
Yeah.
come on through.
Yeah.
We're going to do whatever we're going to
Wow,
do.
I was always doing that. Wow.
You were very respectful of that.
Oh
That's
my
good.
God.
You were.
Safe space has always been a
Yeah.
safe space.
And now, I mean, I still do church
I'm
on
about to
Sundays,
cry.
but it's virtual.
Got you.
So it's like I can watch church
Yeah.
before I come here,
Yeah.
or I can listen to it on the way. So it's
Yeah.
not.
What's up?
It's you know.
Was
But
it-
we
was-
still like to watch church together.
Was it difficult for you? Like what? Like that?
Nigga, yeah.
I don't know why I'm trying to drink from the little stick. Hold up.
I run this thing and it is not easy. No, yes, this was crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah,
This is not.
and you've taken on other
Yeah.
other things, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what about us?
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
expanding your horizon.
The horizon is too deep. Wow, but in all realness, the horizon is the thing that brings me back home to it for real on a real scale. The thing that brings me back to it is that I'm glad that the horizon is deep because it shows our potential. The horizon is only that deep, which is what I was talking to Bratu about. You know, as me and him chop all the time, and that's what you need as well too. Not only do you need dedication, but a good team. I could not do this without the Doms, the Bratus, the Melissa, the Braxton. I couldn't do this without them. You know what I mean? And like even the small exchanges during the week that I have with them, it's not just a nudge on like, hey, this stuff has to get done. It's a gentle reminder of like, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a content creator. You're
But
not
sometimes
alone.
you try to be alone.
I do, but you guys definitely
And you
give me
try
that
to
on
do
my
everything
show.
by yourself,
I
and you
do.
don't like to
I
give
do.
up stuff.
He's such a man, ain't he?
Oh my God.
Alpha. I'm Omega.
Such a man.
I'm Omega.
Can you let us help?
Yes. Yeah. We're
Let them be the neck.
Look, I told him.
Let them,
Let them be the
them
neck.
be the neck.
Y'all want to be my
I
neck?
told him you gotta give up some stuff.
I
Like
do.
I can edit.
I do.
I did go to school for it.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
He like, I forget you did.
I know. But and that's a battle for myself because that's also transitioning from my personal and professional into the content creating. Because this is understanding these very points, these jewels that we dropping on you and everybody else is like that's the key to doing this thing. When you really trying to really crack the formula, the consistency and the dedication is really all you take. Other people are doing it on TikTok. Like Melissa tells me all throughout the week.
Oh, they
but
talking.
all they're doing without having the whole camera and the whole, spectacle and professionality that we're doing, they're just doing it on a consistent basis,
Yeah.
4 times a day, and that's complete dedication to who you are. You know what I mean?
That's hard to do when you got a full-time job.
If you're committed to your outcome, nothing is hard to you. You know that your result is going to be nothing but flourish after that because you truly believe in that. So you're controlling your outcome. What else can bother you what else can bother you and phase you if what you're believing in and crafting is you?
You're
Nothing.
right. You're right.
Nothing at all.
I've learned, like I can agree with both of y'all. I've learned that the dedication thing is hard.
It is very
It's
hard.
hard, but every person we heard a story about it having success, they always say we have to sacrifice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's real. Like it's been a lot of times where I just want to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
I want to do this, but
Yeah.
you know, I do.
Speaking of fun, Super Bowl Sunday.
Indeed.
And we here, you know what I mean? That's what's real.
But and
We leaving in a minute.
yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely. Listen, I don't know about them.
Right, but we
but I
about to
wanna see
leave.
kickoff.
I gotta see my girl hotels.
Hey.
Okay, Jasmine Sullivan. I got to see the American
see that
national
kickoff.
anthem.
Go ahead, Coleman. Go ahead, man. Y'all
But
look
no,
wild.
the dedication thing is real. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times I want to do different stuff. A lot of times where I don't want to pick up my phone. Like right now, it's just me.
Yeah.
Mr. Coleman is me.
Yeah.
I'm making it to what I want it to be. I
Yeah.
gotta pick up the phone and record. I'm editing myself. I'm setting the camera up myself.
Yeah.
But I have to have the energy to do that.
For sure.
And sometimes the days that I don't want to do that,
Uh-huh.
some days that I don't want to do that, then I have to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like going to the gym. You know, you don't
Yeah.
want to go to the gym, but you want that body that
Yeah.
everybody's craving for.
Yeah.
I want that success that everybody's craving for. So sometimes I have to
Yada,
do
yada, yada.
those exercises that I don't want to do.
Right. Or you end up looking like me, Ving Rhames in jail for no reason, doing 500 push-ups in your house.
Not cool.
You got it, but it has to be done if that's
You
what
got
you want.
you got to put the work
That's
in.
the
Gotta put the work in.
dedication.
And a wise person that told me, shout out to my cousin Michael Coleman, a wise
Number
person
11.
told me that he was like, bruh, what is so hard for you to pick up the phone and record a 1-minute video?
Damn.
Nothing.
And I was like, and you know, I'm sitting in the house, I'm like, man, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Like, bruh,
Yeah.
it's a 1-minute video.
Yeah.
Say whatever's
Say
on your
what's
heart.
on your mind and keep connect with the people that is following you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm doing that, and it's kind of like we're doing the same thing as far as y'all and me,
For sure.
but we're on different spectacles where
Spectrums, yeah.
spectrums.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
You
bring it
good,
back.
you're good.
So
It's
it's
the
like
drinks.
right now, it's definitely the drinks. Shout out Jamie Foxx. But y'all have the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all building y'all following the podcast, and always, and this is my advice to y'all. Wow, you know,
That's what I like.
this
Yeah.
is my advice to
Yeah.
y'all. And I told somebody else that too. Even though y'all have a podcast together, you should always build your following outside the podcast. I've noticed that a lot of people's done that. You build your following and bring that following to your podcast to make it bigger. So right now it's to the point,
And that's what we do.
yeah, and right now it's to the point where I'm building my following. But now it's time for me to try. You know, I'm reaching out to
Yeah.
you know special guests and podcasts and radio show because I have a certain following, but I need to bring them somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until it get to the part of me creating my own and creating my own lane, we all have our time and we all have our season.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
So, but we in the game. We doing the same thing.
We are. The only difference is just I would just say the level of start is that we're at. Like we've already been doing it. You jumping in the game right now, but it doesn't even matter because I remember seeing, like, when we just started the pod, I remember seeing you in the car doing your car series while you were driving. You had your own brand that you were already developing and going without even knowing that you were doing it. You know what I mean? Like, and now look at you.
Appreciate it.
Now look at where you at. Now you on a pod that's on YouTube, that is ranked on Apple Podcasts, that with your own brand, advertising for somebody else.
Been there, done that.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
DT,
Acknowledge your growth in that. You know what I mean? And the fact that we're at the table chopping it up like this is we're just paying homage to how much further we're gonna go.
Yeah. And that's the important part of it for anybody who's creating content.
Tell them, Dom.
You have to look at where you are, where you've been, and make sure you have a plan for where you want to go.
That's it.
And stick to that plan.
That's it.
And important, you got to change with the plan.
That's it. Adapt.
There you go. You have to be adaptive. If you're not willing to change with the plan, then what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You can't. The plan can be set, right? You have a goal, but you have to adapt along the way.
Yeah.
We had a goal.
Yeah.
We had to adapt.
Yeah.
Our goal, we had all these things
Yeah.
in place to do
Yeah.
in the basement at Lee's house with Early. We had this whole plan.
Yeah.
Right.
But we had to change and adapt because of Corona because
That's
of
it.
COVID.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Here we are.
So you have to be able to adapt and change the plan. Was it scary? Of course.
Hell yeah.
We didn't want to be out. Like
Hell
the
yeah.
two of us were not leaving the house at all. Like we were two people who were like, we don't go nowhere.
None.
We don't go to work.
Yeah.
We don't go roam the streets. We're not hanging out in the bars. Like we don't do
Nothing.
anything. And then for us to meet up at the first restaurant was like, all right, we gotta like calm your anxiety.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
There's nobody here.
Yeah.
It's just us. We're all safe. Like you had to adapt, and we've done that. And now here we are, and we're doing the damn thing. So, in closing, what does everybody have to say for the people?
For the people, in closing, if you can't trust yourself, you can't trust anything else that you do. So just believe in what you can do. That's it. That is it. I sat and formed a freaking show with poor choices over IG FaceTime. And now look at them, flourishing. I sat here and just tapped my buddy Bratu and was like, check us out. This is what we're doing. And even he's inspired and he's killing commissions. Shannon dropped in and she's about to be on the wall in Bus Boys. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, you can't do nothing else. Just believe.
But think about how you've taken other people and uplifted them. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We gotta bring each other along.
Right, we do. We do have to bring each other along. It might be hard, especially coming from a positive angle, because you know those salacious angles of what you were saying, like the negative stuff that gets the 3 million views and all that other stuff. Yeah, it's true, and that's what deterred a lot for me. But also, I'm hopeful, like the D Nice.
Yeah.
The one that when it's time, the ones that it needs to reach and how it's going to reach is going to be done right in a positive way.
Yeah.
And look at us now. It was a super scary thing going into P14 the way that we did. But the fact that we all looked each other in the face and knew that it had to be done, the dedication locked in and it had to be done, enough said. Belief was set on the table. And now look, that's all you got to do. That's the only thing because I'm saying that in a strong standpoint in closing, because it's not just as a creator, even as your imagination, whatever thought process and idea that you have. There's some moms that I've seen that are doing some super cool DIY stuff with their kids, you know, during the quarantine and stuff like that, just off of the tip of their imagination on your head. You believe in the structure of yourself, you could do anything outside of that, but you just have to believe and just execute it after that. You'll be fine, yo. This was fun. This was great.
What's Coleman's last word?
Coleman,
He's just gonna skip over me.
No, not at all. I'm just saying, like,
No, he's giving his final thoughts.
I'm full, man.
Yeah, this was an awesome.
That you hit a major point, because I guess to conclude things, I created a video not too long ago, and I actually did it a year and a half ago, and I reposted it today. Not today, but maybe last week, and it was called "In Due Time."
See, he still got bars.
It's in due time.
No, I saw it.
And I had it, and it was the other one called "The Recipe." And I feel like as long as you got those ingredients, like I said in the recipe, I feel like everybody here feels like they have those ingredients. We are cooking with good quality food right now.
There you go.
And we're delivering food for thought. And I feel
Omega male.
I feel like
Can I have some? Can I have some?
y'all
There
so
we go.
funny.
Thank you so much. It's fucking delicious.
I feel like as long as you have those things, it's gonna happen in due time. You know what I'm saying? And in the process, and I'm speaking to everybody that's watching this, if you have something that you're passionate about, just do it. You know, you're gonna have to fuck fear. That shirt made.
Hello.
And just
That's
do
the
it.
shirt. Fuck
Take
fear.
notes. What are you doing?
Fuck fear and just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Photographic.
We have to do those things because success is waiting for all of us.
Yeah.
Success is waiting for all of us. And in the meantime, let's not be a crabs in the barrel. If you see somebody that's doing something positive, you see somebody that's trying to achieve their goal, do what is going to help them the best.
That's
if you're
it.
a content creator,
That's it.
hit the share button.
That's it.
If somebody's trying to start a business and they have a product that you like,
That's it.
buy it.
Buy it.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Yeah.
Even if you can't buy it, Post it on your page. Somebody else on your timeline is going to buy it.
There you go.
Support. Like, we have to learn how to support. We are all not in competition.
That's it.
We can build together as a community, as a black community on top of that.
That's it.
We build, they will come.
That's it.
Let's build together.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to you, Coleman. God damn it, this was good, man. Shout out to you, Coleman. Shout out to all the content creators. Shout out to Good Vibes Clothing. Shout out to Poor Choices. Shout out to Tequila Talk Podcast. Shout out to Bando Bevs.
Hey. Pervasive Thoughts.
I'm gonna throw a quick shout out there.
PFT
Shout out to
Fitness.
All that.
Real Talk
Shout out to
Uncensored.
John.
The number one, back-to-back number one radio show of the year.
Look at
Grit Radio, Real
we
Talk
need to go in
Uncensored.
there, Don. We need to go in there.
We can make that happen.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Just putting into practice everything that we just talked about. Fuck yeah.
We can definitely make that happen.
I love it. Tell them where they can find us, Don.
You guys can find us on Instagram at BHURDE, BHURDE podcast, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, y'all don't really mess with the Gmail, so I don't need to bother.
Some of them are.
Oh.
You gotta check.
Listen, though, I saw the DMs was popping. I emoji.
It's so quicker. Who wants to type a whole email address?
I emoji to hi. I was gonna talk to you about it offline, but since you brought it up, I'll wait.
Support black.
I'm not opening up my Gmail account.
Support black creators.
Yes. Listen. Hey guys, be you, be true.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
Well, then be heard.
Be heard.
Do what now?
Yes.
Do what now?
Drop the bomb.
Kaboom.
Drop the bomb.